Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB, and today we have the podcast that you guys wanted, and it's all about Luis Enrique and what a start and what an impact he's made at Barcelona. I'm going to be talking about 5 different aspects of his game, which he's brought to the club, which he's implemented, and which he's made us certainly a better side than we was last season. So number 1 was the first thing he did when he came in. He did a press conference. He was very, very open about his ideas. He was very, very bold when he discussed the way he was going to go about his managing. And he told us straight up as fans exactly what he was going to do. He came in, he sat down with Zubizarreta, he sat down with Bartomeu, and he said, I am Luis Enrique. I'm not Pep Guardiola. I'm not Jose Mourinho. I am Luis Enrique. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to put my own tint on things, I'm going to do things my own way, the way I've done it so far in my career, and that's going to be successful for me. The second phrase is the one that we've all stuck with, the one we've all referred back to. He said, I am going to make the football, I'm going to give you the football that we all want to see. The football will be the first thing, the result will be the second thing. And that, as a Barcelona fan, is absolute music to your ears. I mean, it's brilliant to hear something like that coming from your manager, because we thrive on the style of our play. That is what we're about. Més que un club means more than a club. We are more than a club because of our philosophy, because of our style, because of our expansive way of playing. That is one of the most important things. And when Luis Enrique came in and said, I'm going to change the style, he did it. He actually has done it. He's brought key aspects back, and I'm going to be talking about those in the next few points. The second thing he did was the signings. We're all sort of praising Bartomeu, praising Zubizarreta right now for the players that we've brought in. But what Luis Enrique did was he got a load of names, and he said to Zubi, get them. Get them for me. That's the players I want. Don't get me different players. Don't get me alternatives. Get these players because they're the ones I need. And the first one he said, I think, was he was looking at the defensive options, of course, then, Rakitic and Ter Stegen and Bravo. What he said, though, he said, I want Suarez. And Zubi said, we need a number 9. He said, I want Suarez. So Zubi went and got Suarez for him. And fair play to Zubi for delivering, but Luis Enrique was very, very clear in his instructions. He said, go and get me the players, and Zubi delivered. And that was very key, because I think that's what we needed in this transfer window. We were clearly going to make a lot of additions, we were going to make a lot of changes at the club, and we needed a manager who said, I want that player, I want that player, and I want that player, go and get them, and then we'll all know where we are. And I think that's brilliant, and that's made our summer an awful lot easier, and a lot better really as well. Number 3 is the training, and that is one of the key aspects, again, of us improving on last season, which is so disappointing. Last season, the training sessions were basically Piggy in the middle, which is basically, if you haven't seen it on the videos, there's a player in the middle, chases around the ball, maybe 2 players, and you just got to pass it around them, can't get intercepted. If it gets intercepted, you go in the middle. That's basically, it was hours and hours of that. I even saw rugby balls in training. Tata Martino literally said to them, alright guys, turn at the training, and then improvise, do whatever you like for a couple of hours, then we'll all go home. And then, at the end of the season, I think he really lost it. I think he just thought in the end, I really don't know what to do with these guys anymore. I'm out of my depth. Let's all go for a barbecue. And let's be fair, it didn't work for him. It didn't work for him, and you can certainly see why. Luis Enrique has come in. He set out 10 commandments, 10 different things that the guys had to do every time they come in. Number 1 was they had to arrive an hour before each training session to get ready for it, to prepare for it, and to make sure that training was important. And that's one of the things he said. He said, I'm going to make training very intense, very rewarding, but very, you have to come into training. We'll do double training sessions sometimes, and they'll be very tiring, but you'll get a lot out of them, and you'll get fitter. The other 10 commandments, they were things like, you got to control your use of social media, you've got to respect the opponent during press conferences, you have to wear the club memorabilia when you go out, and you have to respect these 10 commandments. If not, you get fined, and the fine money will go to charity, which I thought was a very good touch. And there's a lot of different things there where Luis Enrique said to the players, you'll follow these rules, or you'll be out. And I think that's very important, that a manager can come in and really stamp his authority on a team that has done everything, achieved everything, but still needs some leadership and some control. And I think he's done that brilliantly. Number 4, one of the best things he's done is, of course, the style. The style of play which he has said he was going to bring back, and during the pre-season matches we can see that he has brought it back. What he has done is put a few key aspects of sort of the Pep system, and then through the Tito system, and then that totally faded away last season, and now we're bringing the key aspects back. The first thing you notice as soon as you watch us is the pressing. The pressing game is well and truly back, and that's where the training kicks in as well. If Luis Enrique can get them in training, get them fitter, and get them ready for the games, he can get their pressing back, and it's very, very key to what we do. Without pressing, the style really does go completely, out the window, because if you don't press and high on the line, you don't really force the opponent to come out and play, then, the midfield is completely exposed. And with the amount of attacking players we have in our side, we do need to be on the front foot. We do need to pen the opponents back and make them make quick decisions so they give the ball away. And that's very, very key. The passing has been crisp, it's been incisive, it's been quick, it's been very, very good to watch, very fluid, very attacking. We've looked very much in control. The defensive side of things look very solid. The set pieces I've seen so far have also looked very solid and organised. The obvious thing he's completely working on is set pieces, organisation in the back four, zonal or man-to-man marking from corners is something that he'll certainly be looking at. But it's very, very good signs from what I've been seeing so far. And the fifth thing is, of course, the matches. The results have been pretty good. I mean, I know we lost to Napoli, I know we drew to Nice, but we smashed Helsinki at the weekend, and that was a very, very pleasing result. That gave us good confidence. We had a fantastic match. There was some good goals in there, some brilliant moves, and it's looking really, really promising ahead of the new season. Of course, the season hasn't started yet. We're not going to start building up the hopes now. But what I'm going to say is Luis Enrique has come in. He's been his own man. He's been very bold, very brave, very charismatic as well in his press conferences. The way he is looks very, very promising. And personally, I'm extremely impressed with what he's brought to this club so far. And I know there's a lot of optimistic cues going into the next season because everyone's so happy with what he's doing. So well done to Enrique. That's this podcast done. Look out for the next podcast, which will be a roundup of our transfer market business and a review of that. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast.